How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Binding of Isaac Repentance. When last we met, we got carried pretty hard through a greedier mode. So now, let's see. How's our alt progress going? Everyone kind of stinks. We only have, that's a very weird thing to only have boss rush done there. We don't have anything with Eve. All characters are kind of rough, but let's do Isaac. We'll do a nice little alt Isaac run. We haven't done him in a minute. And by that I mean I don't think we've played him yet. Hope everyone's doing good. Having a good whatever time of day it is for them. We're gonna go with the Rotten Head just because we only get 8 items. And I don't think any of those were ones that I'm particularly vibing with. It's hopefully everyone out there is staying safe, staying dry. Lots of crazy stuff going on storm-wise for those of you on the east and southeast coast of the U.S. Pretty wild. One of my buddies lives over in Tennessee and sent me an image of I-40 just absolutely having dissolved. Just falling off a cliff. Crazy destruction. It is a whole lot of destruction out there. And I can't imagine anybody's going to be having any success in traveling between East Coast areas into Tennessee right now. But, you know, hopefully that'll get back on track. It'll probably be a while. Chimney Rock's looking more like Chimney Plateau. But we'll see. Can we go do one more room? Whatever, we can fight the boss normally, I guess. Famine. I wish that I had a Bob's head to actually take that. Make this a little bit faster. Since we have a reusable source of bombs now. Can we get you down to head mode, please? Thank you. And then we'll go over here, see if we can knock out our flies. Hopefully we can figure it out with Tainted Isaac, being that his gimmick is you get twice as many options, but half as many inventory spaces. Yeah, we'll just go on to the next floor. Ball of Bandages is definitely primed to get removed for something better. You know what? I probably should have waited a second. I bet you that would have been another item. Oops. Well, we'll ignore that. We'll learn. We'll learn to wait and see before we just pick up items in the future. But, not really sure what the goal is for this run. We'll see what we get. Base it off of that. Don't want to make grand plans if I end up picking up four doo-doo items that don't see any better options. Okay, you guys are taking a lot of damage here. I need you to douse yourself. You know, like, LTG, douse yourself now. Okay, bomb key, that's cool. We're desperate, we'll come back to the fire room. Hopefully we can find the item room relatively quickly. Because your boy certainly needs something to get this run started. Ouch. Bob's head's cool. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy Bob's head as an item. However, on the rooms that it's not charged, we do run into the situation that we don't really have anything right now. That's fine, because we're going to fix it right here with Celtic Cross, which I still don't know what it does. Blessing of Protection. I'm sure we'll see it in action at some point. I've got no clue as of right now. Let's see if we can get... I bet you this is the super secret room. Oh, we're great. We're sick. Maybe we get something out of this. That is a card. Ooh. I'll keep this and be on my way. Take my key. Alright, baby plum. Sorry, I already have a spacebar item. That was very fast. Placenta, we'll take meat. We can get rid of HP ups and keep the health. It's a dime. Holy smokes. Now, there's some good items here. The pentagram is just a straight damage up, which I think we take. The other stuff I don't really care about the other items. We're starting on a devil path. We haven't done that in a while. Normally we wait for the angel sauce, but perhaps we can make use out of all of our health ups. What is that? Milky Tears, which is like the glaucoma? Line tears? Yeah, if you say so. I always, when I see glaucoma, I think for a half second, oh, shielded tears. No, not quite. I'm not even really sure what glaucoma does. But, I guess as I was gonna say, I think it might concuss them occasionally. Which, if anything, I'm not a big fan of because it makes their movement more unpredictable. But I can see it being useful maybe if you hit it on a boss. Alright, you guys just... I just need you guys to perish. Do me that solid, please. Oh, I guess we took too long in that room. That's funny. We hit the mercy timer for that room because it took us so long. Well, we'll just keep on chugging. I wonder if the mercy timer affects anything aside from just getting in through the room. Like, in theory, if I just go into every single room and... Well, maybe every room doesn't have a mercy timer. I was gonna say, if every room has a mercy timer, if I just walk into the room and then nod leaf until the door opens... Could we do, like, a... No killing outside of bosses run? I mean, that'd be probably one of the most boring and also unfun runs, if it works that way. But it'd be kind of like a pseudo-pacifist run. Let's see. I think it's this way. I'm feeling this way for sure. Okay, cool. Wasn't sure if our speed was fast enough to get done what we wanted there. So I've recently, you know, in my gym escapades, as I'm pretty active, pretty frequently at the gym, my feet just go through shoes like crazy. You know, back in the day, I used to be able to keep a pair of shoes for maybe a year and some change before they started getting worn out. Now it's like probably 4 or 5 months, and my shoes are just, they're just done. They're just toast. And it may be because I only have like one pair of shoes I just use, which means they're, you know, I use them for work, I use them for outside stuff, I use them for the gym, which means they get a lot of use. But at the same time, it's wild, you know. Maybe when I was a kid, I just, dude, we cannot be taking so much damage. When I was a kid, I guess I just thought that everything lasted so much longer, but now that I have to pay for it myself and shoes are so expensive, it's brutal. I'm gonna take the red candle. $160 for new, like, running shoes. And that's like the medium end. I saw some stuff as low as 120. Like, when did shoes cost $100 something? You know, I remember back in the day, I used to go to the shoe barn, and we'd be picking up some shoes for like 30, 40 bucks. And now it's just silly. Everything's so expensive. I'm out here, having to contemplate whether or not it'd be better to just throw some trash bags on my feet and maybe put a pillow in there. Because out here having to chunk away paychecks in order to make sure that my feet aren't touching the cement. That's alright. You know, it is what it is. What can you do? Other than, not wear shoes. But some people might be uncomfortable, and then the people who aren't from that, would make me uncomfortable, so we'll just deal with it. It's gonna be where all my paychecks end up going to is, shoes and sheets. Especially since we got a new sheets just, like, a minute away from where I work. It's gonna be dangerous, man. Sheets is, you know, all about Sheets, gang. forget the Wawa Warriors. I don't vibe with them. I don't know why I took so long to dodge there. Normally I'm better about this. Excuse me, Gertie. Let me get back to my roots here. But yeah, growing up in the same town that I've been in for basically ever, it's wild to see all of these options in the area. Like the real urbanization of where I've lived. Because back in the day, you know, you had a couple of food options. It was like 10 miles in any given direction to go and do something or get food. And now it's, you know, you got food places around each corner, and we got our first Sheets. And there's a Wawa on the way. I somehow forgot about the one aspect of this character that does not change. Oh well, we'll keep on chugging to the next room. But yeah, it's just that, you know, we got like a golf course, like a mini putt-putt place now. You know, we got game places. You know, we got arcades. It's crazy. I wish I had all this stuff growing up. You know, back when I was growing up, all we had the options of doing were, you know, nothing. For the most part. Nothing, and then, like, one park. But now though, the world's your oyster. There's so much stuff here. But at the same time, with all this happening, and, you know, we got a Dollar General, like, within walking distance. It's kind of a shame to see all the trees go. After starting, you know, used to be able to go outside, not hear any urban-esque noises, aside from the occasional train whistle, because we got a big train track right down the road. But you wouldn't hear anything. The highway was a lot quieter, and it was all a lot more natural. But now, you know, it's a different feeling. Now, it's not as bad as a city. You wouldn't catch me going outside to the city for nothing. I mean, I guess we take PhD so that we can temporarily get some banger pills. And then we'll run somewhere and throw death down. I guess right here seems like a reasonable place. The magician's pretty cool. That is literally stopwatch, which we have to get. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So we will come back with some money, buddy. Because stopwatch is where it's at. If there's an item that's going to help us through this run, it's going to be stopwatch. You know, we get stopwatch and we get, you know, we got red candle already. We'll be cooking. Basically just becomes slow dodges the game. I don't know, I was waiting for that left door to open. I forgot it was a boss door. When I was loading up today to get on this game, I'll get my, get OBS set up. Takes me a minute just to make sure that I'm recording everything properly and that I'm not doing something stupid. But every time I hear the intro to this game, it always just makes me want to pull up Flash Isaac. I don't know why. There's just this weird allure to Flash Isaac. And it probably comes from the fact that it's got a lot of nostalgia for me. Way back when I was younger, I'd be on Newgrounds just playing the same 2 floors of Flash Isaac over and over again because I couldn't afford the actual game. And my parents were like, "Yeah, you don't need to put any information online. It's gonna get stolen." They were very opposed to me paying for things online, which is why it took so long for my first RuneScape membership. But you know, it's just like with Left 4 Dead 2, I was just playing the Isaac demo over and over again. I got really good at those first 2 levels because that's really all you had the option of. But it was fun. It was very fun. And I occasionally get the, you know, urge to just go back and play a few rounds of it. I remember when when Repentance first came out, everyone was freaking because of the pixelization. They really didn't like the new aesthetic right off the bat, at least. Eventually they're like, "Oh yeah, I mean, it's kind of good. I like it." But there's just so many quality of life changes with this game compared to the OG Isaac. Just feels kind of bad most of the time. But there's always going to be a place in my heart for it. Very, very crunchy, Flash-oriented place. you know, right alongside pretty much everything else from Newgrounds. Okay, this floor is very long. I'm gonna go ahead and walk my .8 speed having self back to the shop so I can pick up my stopwatch. And that'll be our last item that we get for a free slot. Then we'll have to think about what we want to change off. Which I'm not really sure. Probably ball of bandages. Or maybe the syringe. I have a sneaking suspicion the syringe, being that it was a stats up, we can just change, it'll be alright. But maybe it will disappear. It'll be interesting because if it does give our stats back, then technically we could farm the wow, that was really, really good. Technically we could farm the syringe then, but we need to just put an item down and figure it out. Have not put enough time into the tainted characters. We probably need to get on the tainted grind. Get on that tainted grind set so I can get at least all of them unlocked. Which would be really unfortunate if somehow I ended up unlocking all of the tainted characters before I could even unlock Lost. Which, I mean, I guess I can't. I can't unlock Tainted Lost, but... Nah, what a room. This is definitely my least favorite room. I probably say it every time that I get to this room, but it's just such a bad room. I get the purpose of it. I mean, it is, like, yeah, kind of difficult a little bit, but more than being difficult, it's just slow. Yeah, run into this room right now. I'd imagine that if you were trying to do some sort of, like, Isaac speed run, you run into this room and you're like, oh, it's over. It's so over. It's a 2x2 room where enemies just bounce up and down throughout the freaking maze. Would not be very happy. Why does Chad make that face? You better cut that out, man. I missed him. That's crazy. Chad, how dare you? Enjoy this bomb, brother. Didn't really need to use those bombs, but the less time I'm seeing Chad, the better. Honestly, let's see what happens if we give up. Do our stats change? No, our stats don't change. And we got an HP up and a luck up. So the passive luck up does matter here, but not the HP up. So we do keep HP ups. We'll take this just because, I mean, what do we even want with the syringe? Nothing, I think. Nothing from the syringe, as far as I can tell. No, sorry about that. I don't know why Isaac just makes me want to sneeze. Every time I play Isaac, it's just time to blow my nose. The game. I have to ask my doctor if he thinks I'm allergic to the binding of Isaac. Health up's pretty cool. I like that. I don't like Viz's though. I do like them when they destroy the other enemies in the room. That was pretty sick. Big fan of that trait. Dang, so does Red Candle really not one-shot those guys? I mean, I think the Red Candle's, it's faster than the Blue Candle, right? That's the benefit of it. Is that it's slightly faster. But, like, bad? Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm overestimating the usefulness of the candle items. Oh, this is sick, dude. I like that. That's very cool. Let's give up this one. That is Seraphim. I mean, we can like re-roll, right? You know, let's see. Next one would give us like this one. The Game Kid. Don't really want the Game Kid, even though it is a good item. Sulfuric Tears. I think I'd rather have Sulfuric Tears than have... Okay, cool. Than have Glaucoma. So we'll roll with that for now. Uh-oh. Get them, Seraphim. Take their lunch money. Now, you guys excited for it to be the spooky month? It's finally October. I'm more excited that hopefully it's going to start being a lot cooler, because I'm about sick of this tropical-esque rib of greed. No clue what that does. I'm about sick of the tropical storms, as well as the immense heat. Neither of those are particularly banging to me. So it'll be nice to get in some fall weather. Enjoy some nice hot beverages outside. Uh-oh, one of the sister visitors is not very happy with me. But enjoy some hot beverages outside. Who knows, maybe get some snow this year? I know a lot of people rag on me for being a big fan of snow. Because like, oh, obviously you've never lived up north. Which is not wrong. I mean, I've traveled up north. But I do just like snow because it's often enough down here that we get it. Or that we don't get it. Very rarely do we actually get snow, so whenever we do get it, it's a nice surprise. Even though it does mean I've got to be much more cautious on the road, because down here, a single snowflake's enough to send everybody over the edge. Nobody can drive once there's snow on the road, they just freak out. Uh-oh. That's tough. I thought that he could fit back here, so I thought that I needed to throw a bomb down, and I was mistaken. That's okay. That's alright, we're just testing the grounds with old Isaac here. Excuse me, Chubb. I need you to perish for me real quick. Damage is doing pretty good. Health is fine. We're doing absolutely fine when it comes to health. But we've kind of hit the precipice of what our build allows. I guess the next thing we get rid of would probably be, I don't know, whip, maybe? Things that I don't mind getting rid of would be whip and the scab, and then maybe sulfuric tears, the guy's purity. Yeah, we'll take that. That'll be fine. Those are all options for me to not feel bad about removing. This is, it's very hurts my brain. Thank you, Seraphim. You're big G for that one. We're gonna take the shot speed up here. I mean, PhD is also an option later to get rid of, but for now, I do like having beneficial pills, especially due to the fact that if anything that can change our stats permanently for the better is good in my book, because we certainly are going to need it. Okay. Let's just chase down all these little goobers here. These discount shrimps. I'm not sure what their name is. I haven't paid attention to the credits enough. Alright, we're back just in time to give this man the business. Sorry, meat man, you gotta go. You look very pale. What item's making us pale right now? Uh-oh. Did I think I put my headphones in backwards. No, I didn't. The game's just very quiet all of a sudden. Where is the item room? We do at least want to give it a go. Just to see if there's something better for us here. Because you never know. It could be something gangster. We'll probably grab that on the way out, just in case. Actually, we don't need to... Ouch. We don't need to worry about it. Ouch times 2. We'll keep the Rib of Greed, just because we don't have any more item rooms on the horizon. What's going on, Judgment? How you doing, buddy? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Luckily, I think we're on the right track here. It'd be nice to pick up some health. While we do have the means for having a decent shot, just a few optional mistakes would be pretty gangster. Shot speed up. I hate to have to purchase health, but we might do that. Buying health? Cringe. You are right. But we won't die as fast. So I think we'll take it. This is a decent room. And then we found our item room finally. We're not going to have to full clear. So we can go check out what our options were. That is Tech X and Intruder, both of which I think are very good. I will take Pass Off the Scab for Tech X, I think, because Tech X is super cool. All right, now we're Tech X gang. See you later, Judgment. Do we blow him up to try and perhaps get some money to buy a Spirit Heart? I mean, or you can pay us back both our bombs. That's fine. I don't mind that. What was this one? The Devil? Yeah, I'll take Purity. We'll take Purity just in case. You never know. Can't access that red heart, unfortunately. I'm also not against getting rid of Seraphim, but as of right now, he is kind of just balling. Okay. We can... I think it's worth 2 bombs to attempt to get those items there. I mean, perhaps. It is Justice and the Heart. We did get both of them.
Justice.
And we'll take our... Look at that. It was so worth. We're back and we're balling. Alright, stomp on that real quick, Mom. Thank you. Our damage is good enough to where the first ring of Tech X is killing stuff, which is very nice. Alright, prepare yourself. But also, Tech X is just really good, even without, like, a lot of damage stats. So, I'm not exactly surprised. Very easy Mom fight. I don't think we'll be receiving any damage. Thank you. And then we will... You know, we haven't done a Cathedral run in a while. Let's head on to the Cathedral. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling a Cathedral run. I believe in us. The Scarred Womb is here. Let's see if we can get through... Uh-oh. See if we can get through the Scarred Womb without any major hiccups. I mean, as of this, you know, it's however many episodes into the series, you all know my opinions on the Womb. I think it is the hardest set of floors, aside from the Dark Room. Whatever the... Ouch. Whatever the second stage of the Shoal Path is. I mean, of course, the Alt Path is harder. It's got harder enemies. For the most part, I think the Womb is probably still harder than early Alt Path. Late Alt Path gets kind of ridiculous just with the enemy types, though. But, I forgot we still have Sulfuric Tears. I am not a big Womb fan. I almost got smacked there. Big Womb hater. Definitely falls into the part of Isaac floors that are much more difficult than the bosses that wait at the end of it. Which, I don't know, maybe that's the whole game. But also maybe that's just because I have a bajillion hours in Isaac. Maybe it's an unfair statement to make because bosses just come down to pattern recognition more so than enemies, because there's a lot more, like, factors. The room layout, the other enemies within the room, those can all change how difficult the room is. But bosses, they're pretty much the same most of the time. Wow, this man took 4 shots. I was surprised. That was a lot of damage he was willing to take there. I hope we don't have to full clear the Womb. But the closer we get to the end of this pathway, I think we might end up doing so. Which is fine. Oh, never mind. We're good. We're gangster. We are so good. We are so ready. So speaking of things coming up here shortly, you know, what? Oh, the second Blastoise scared me. I didn't realize he was going to summon a larger version of himself. But, Dead Rising Remastered came out not too long ago. And then Silent Hill 2's, I don't know if it's supposed to be like a remastered or reimagined. Because I know there's going to be some changes with the game, at least they said. At least some costume changes. Which are supposedly for the better, we'll see. But that's dropping pretty soon here, too. Caffeine pill or sty. Let's change sulfuric tier for sty. We somehow lost damage there. What about, is meat more damage than sulfuric tears? No. Oh, so it's like even. It's going even. What about, yeah, we lose a lot there, so we'll take that back. Maybe it's time to say goodbye to the PhD. Yeah. We'll say goodbye to the PhD for now. Sorry, PhD, we hardly knew you. You gave us some shot speed, and I guess I appreciate that. Even though now that we've got Tech X, I don't... Okay, that's... Maybe we should have just gotten rid of sulfuric tears so we didn't have to worry about doing that every time. So, can sulfuric tears break... Oh, man. I was too busy focused on whether or not the goobers were going to drop back down. Can sulfuric tears break doors that are closed? That would be big if they could. Also, 2 hearts there is clutch. And then getting rid of the explosion man is also very clutch there. It's crazy that we just can't find any hearts right now. I mean, this big chamber, this massive 20+ room chamber of flesh, and you can't even pass me a few hearts? What a bunch of booey. Sulfuric tears is very quickly becoming a problem that is destroying all of my cover. I guess it's getting a lot of coverage in the room due to Tech X. But I need it to stop destroying the stuff that's in between me and the enemy that's trying to shoot at me. Oh, where'd you go, Loki? You scoundrel. But in another run, you know, we could be farming for the sunken rooms, the hidden rooms, like the crawl spaces. This would be a pretty easy way to do it, because almost every single time we shoot this, we're destroying rocks. Several rocks, even. Ooh, that's a free health on the next floor, perhaps. If we make it there without taking a plethora of damage. Oh, there we go. Complain and ye shall be rewarded. The Isaac Classic. That's all you gotta do. Listen, Edmund's looking out. Edmund can hear when someone's complaining, and then he readies his arsenal of in-game items to stream directly to your computer. He knows. He's keeping a lookout. Oh, speaking of Edmund, I finally got those booster packs for 4 souls. Man, some of those cards are goofy. I need to put some of those cards in the actual game. Get Mugger Bean. It's just a bean with a knife. Pretty sick, if I do say so myself. Can we get both eyes here without taking infinite damage, please? And then we can mitigate shots with occasional candles. I'd rather hit her with it, though, if I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think we're going to finish her off before she gets to laser stage, unfortunately. That's fine. You don't always get to finish her off. I hit the bomb button instead of the movement button. I don't even know why I picked up my hand. Picked my hand up off the keyboard, placed it back down on the bomb button. Oh well, you live and you learn. Luckily that did not do 6 damage to me. And now we rock the cathedral. Excuse me, sir. I need you to stand up. Stand up for me. 1 second. Man, this episode's gonna look like Dookie. Keep having a pause. Allergies are killing me. And I'm sure once we get to winter-esque, the allergies will continue to go downhill. They do not like the changing of seasons. However, I will suffice once I can drink my warm beverages in peace. Get my teas and ciders going. I've recently gotten into, you know, I've become a bean guy. Because I try to stay away from as many energy drinks as I can, despite the fact that I do be do be pounding a lot of them after my shifts so that I can work out. But been getting into beans, and more specifically grinding beans. I think we'll take the I'm Drowsy pill. I think we'll just pop this for fun though. Get our 2 spirit hearts. I forgot that's what it did. I thought it was the one that gives you a temporary shield. But that's fine. Been getting into grinding beans for my coffee, and I gotta say, you know, like, just, you know, a lot of coffee snobs are out there like, oh, if you don't grind beans, it just doesn't taste the same. And they're not wrong. Grinding beans and having, like, freshly ground beans in your coffee, especially if you've got, like, a cool flavor, very good. I recommend it wholly. Squeezy is a free 2 spirit hearts, methinks. So we will take Squeezy for the spirit hearts and the tears up, and then we will get rid of it for our damage. We're just gonna take it for the health. But yeah, no, it's a lot better. However, I don't think I would put it high enough to where on like a morning where I'm just not feeling it. It still allows me to have mornings where I'm just like, yeah, I'm just gonna put something on, put something into Keurig instead. It's not enough that it stops me from having cheaper alternatives. And by cheaper, I mean either in money-wise or time, because, you know, time's the most expensive thing that we can waste right now, and sometimes I'm not feeling clean in the grinder, setting up the grinder. So I've got a couple of different beans that I've been using. I'm not feeling washing everything out and getting everything set up properly to switch between beans, just in case I didn't want to use the flavor I used last time. Man, that takes a lot longer when you've got the stopwatch going. Excuse me, Isaac. Please, sir. I need you to perish so that I can be on my way. I think that for Tainted Isaac, a lot of the normal stuff will be very easy, even with 8 items. The fact that we get double the options, probably get most things done with an 8-item Isaac run, or even like a lesser if you just get a good item. I'm a little concerned about like the beast doing the ascent path. Oh, hey, look at that. Also concerned about the void. I don't think I'll be fighting delirium. Haven't got a perfect enough run to feel confident in my delirium play. But, ooh, tech? Camo undies? Well, we certainly take Spoonbender. So, we take Spoonbender and we switch out Seraphim. Now, what happens if we take Tech and Tech X? What will become of this? We lose a little bit of damage, but we get a fucking super laser. I don't know if we really want any of this other stuff. Scapular camo undies. Nah, we're right. We are alright. We're now just long range obliterators. We're just we're like those stupid divine knights in Caelid. We're just shooting obnoxious energy rings out right now. And there is simply nothing to be done about it, because these things are homing. I don't know if any of you played Elden Ring, but in Caelid there's these guys waiting right outside the Commander, what's-his-face fight. I can't remember his name. Commander O'Neill or something. Or O'Neill or some sort of commander. He's a guy you gotta fight in Caelid so you can get the golden needle, so you can go save the chick who's got Scarlet Rod up in the church. And there are these knights that if you're waiting around the area, or if you're like waiting to summon someone, these knights will just stroll up upon there, and they can even stroll up while you're in the fight, because you're technically not locked to any arena when you're fighting him. So they can just stroll up there, hit you with a homing divine energy arc from their halberds, and just obliterate you. It does a lot of damage. But also, I don't ever level up health in Souls-like games, so That might be also why it does a lot of damage. But once you get the halberd, though, the weapon's sick in PvP, because nobody really understands the timing. At least for normal invasions. I bet you if you went to, like, actual PvP, they'd be able to figure it out. But the halberd by itself is pretty gnarly. Can we end this fistula room, please? I have stuff I would like to do, which involves killing the boss. Penny for my troubles. Thank you very much. Alright. Double Ragman. No issues there. When Ragman does the super laser there, do you think it does contact damage? I would assume so. I would assume that bad boy does at least standard contact damage. But I'm not sure beyond that. Also, I really wish that I was doing more damage. I think this build would work a lot better with less shot speed. Because the laser's only staying for like half a second on these guys. And I'm assuming that the shot speed's playing into the dissipation rate once it hits people. I mean, it's still like a really good item combination. But I would like it to stay just a little bit longer. We're at the opposite spectrum of circular lasers that you would say with like what's the one where you just get one tier and you guide it around? I don't know how I can't remember that item right now. But that mixed with like brimstone. Ludovico technique? Yeah, that sounds about right. Like a Ludovico brimstone is like the precipice where you can just sit the laser on top of somebody. And this is the other end where you get occasional drive-by shots with the laser. I guess the best option is to be right here in the center. So that you can hit them twice, once in and once on the way out. And then post them with a little bit of fire. Might as well use a drowsy, right? See if we can prevent the tears from even being an issue. Because now, he's very slow. He got doubly slowed. He got stopwatched, and then he got drowsy. I wonder if there's any way to make it even slower than that. Because we're slow enough to where the animations look kind of chunky. You can do like stopwatch, drowsy pill, and then maybe the broken stopwatch if it also triggered in the same room. So I think the broken stopwatch can do either, right? It can make it either faster or slower. Would be crazy, because this does just kind of put the boss on easy mode. I don't know, maybe we could beat, if we would have saved the drowsy pill, maybe we could have beat delirium like that. We'll go finish the rest of the floors, just because maybe we can get the Mega Satan option. I don't know if we could toast Mega Satan, but we could get that option to fight him if we get a key. Specifically in the form of Dad. Get ourselves a Dad's key. We already got the dub here, so I'm not too concerned. Alright, Famine, long time no see. You started our run, and now we're back. Back with you, buddy. Alright, where's the real one? I gotta stop standing to the side of them. Worst place you could be is on a horizontal plane with a horseman. That is no good. It sounds like that stupid Peter meme. Guys, do not get on a horizontal plane with a horseman in the Binding of Isaac. Worst mistake I ever made. Ow. Don't be hitting me with lasers, man. I wasn't paying attention to your attacks. That's very rude. And I almost walked that one. Almost hand-delivered that bullet to me. Dude, this is taking so long. I do a lot less damage than I envisioned in my head with this big old purple laser beam circle. That's alright. Only a few more rooms to check. Alright, 2 Wraths. No issue here. Well, Mega Wraths, that is. I kind of want to do like a trinket tier list at some point, because the safety scissors would absolutely be probably close to #1. It'd absolutely be in the S tier, or maybe even the S, like the S plus tier, because safety scissors are sick. There's just so many enemies that get nerfed by having safety scissors. Plus, it adds a lot of resource gain that you don't have to worry about. 2 Gerties is not really something I'm particularly fond of. Oh, man. That was, he was gonna get us too. No, I don't really want to die here. Dying is not in my plans. 2 chubs. Prescribe you with a bomb. And then you guys will be finished. Get rid of the baby worm there. Haven't got an item in a while. I mean, we do have -1 luck. Honestly, we might just... If we get any spooky rooms, we might just decide to take our chances with ending the run. I still need to do the marathon run at some point. Maybe I'll do like a stream or something for the marathon run where we have to get like 5 runs in a row. Because you do unlock something for doing a bunch of victory laps. We're just gonna leave. We're just gonna leave. Take our, you know, glowing eyebrows and be on our way. Is there anything in here that mattered? Not really. We'll finish with brown nugget because, you know, it's a funny item. We like brown nugget. It'd be a good spacebar item if there was no spacebar items in the game. Or maybe if you just had the fastest spacebar charge of all time. Alright, but that's another one. That's another dub. We're on a 2-win streak. That's crazy. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode of The Binding of Isaac. Feel free to leave a like, subscribe. Let me know how you feel down below. And until next time, I'll see you when I see ya. Ciao.